Hiya, I'm Simone Radley from England and Nails, and in this video we are going to do like a cheetah, but a bright cheetah. And I'll show you where I've got the inspiration from, and this is why then it'll make sense. I don't know what to call it. So I wanted to show you where I get most of my inspiration from. So I save lots of things on Instagram, but I don't tend to look at nails because, well, I don't really like to, because I like to do my own thing, really. The only time generally that I look at nail pictures is if a client comes in and they've seen it and they say that they want that. But I try never to replicate it, exact. Anyway, so that is not what I usually tend to do. I usually tend to look at clothes, catwalk fashions, fabrics and interiors. So I'm banging into interiors at the moment, and my favourite one to look at is 70s House Manchester, because basically that's how I want my house to be. But because I can't have that in my house at the moment, I put it on nails instead, and it's great. So this inspiration is what we're going to do. So it's bright purple drawers, and on top of it is a 70s cheetah. So I thought, oh, that could be fun. So we're going to do like bright purple with some cheetah print as well. So I'll move that out of the way. I can't put it in my phone holder though because it's very noisy, so I'll have to hope it stands. Hope it stays up. And I want to show you all my colours, because there's loads, basically. So sometimes it's quite hard to decide what colour I want to use. And it takes me ages. And then I asked Joanna to get me different colours off the shelf, and she wants to strangle me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. So this is all my colours. And I've pretty much got them all. I think I've got them all bar like 2, I think. So there's quite a lot, but how nice does that look? Oh my god. I love it. But yes, it is quite hard to decide, because now we are up to number 195. Some have been discontinued sort of along the way in the middle, but not many. How many do you think have been discontinued? About 15-ish?
Possibly, yeah.
Roughly about 15, so we're up to 195. So that leaves you with approximately 180 colours, which is a lot. So it's a massive range, and there is something for everybody. If you can't find colours in here that you like, then, I don't know, you're crazy. So I thought I'd show you all my little colour pops and how hard it is to choose the colours. It takes clients quite a while sometimes, bless them. So I have got my little nail display tip. I've got my display tip ready, and I'm going to use my vice versa brush, and I'm going to use my favourite purple, which is I-175. I love it. Super bright, just a really good colour. And I'm going to use I-127, which is English mustard. So this is what we're going to do. If I was doing this on a client, I would, I'd apply it in this way, because we're going to put the purple on and then leave some gaps to put our mustard. So I would use probably this brush on a client rather than using the brush out of the bottle, because if you use the brush out of the bottle, you're not going to be able to, because it's quite a big brush, you're not going to be able to sort of leave the gaps that we want, basically. So this is exactly how I would do it on a client. I would come around the cuticle area with the vice versa, so you'd be able to get it like nice and close, and you'd still be able to leave the gap that we want. So I'm just filling in with this colour where I want it. So I'm just leaving out some white spaces because that's what we're going to fill in with our mustard colour, isn't it? Don't apply your purple too thick because you don't want it to wrinkle in the lamp. So I've left some blank spaces and I'm going to put it in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. So now it's come out of the lamp and it does look like it needs another coat. So I'm going to come back and just go over it with another coat basically. And then once you've done that, pop it in again to cure for 60 seconds. So now I'm going to decant some 127 onto my silicone pad. These silicone pads, by the way, are amazing. I love them. You just clean them with some green cleaner and it just comes straight off and you use them again. And I see quite a few people at the minute using like resin mixing palettes. I personally don't like to use them for nails because I like to mix a lot of colours, and because the palettes, those resin palettes, are all coloured and they look beautiful, but because they're coloured you can't see the true colour of your gel, if that makes sense, because obviously you're going to get some colour from your palette below, so I find it hard to tell exactly what the colour is, so I prefer this because it's just plain white. So you can see exactly what you're mixing. So now I'm just going to fill in the gaps that I've left with the 127. And then once you've done that, pop it into cure for 60 seconds. So I'm going to do my second mustard coat. And then pop it into cure for 60 seconds. Now that we've got your base colours in place, we're going to put our little spots on. And I've just googled it to see the difference because we're doing a cheetah, which is just spots. We're not doing leopard print, we're doing cheetah. So, I might be best off using, because we're just going to do some spots, as long as it doesn't take us too long, I'm going to use eyelash. Don't mind me rustling around. I'm going to use some 161, which is Asgard, and it is black, and it's really black. It's really pigmented. It's good. So I'm going to use that. But you don't want these spots to go on too thick because it will wrinkle in the lamp if it's too thick. So I'm going to use the dotting end of my vice versa because I only want little. And I'm going to just dot on. But I don't want them all uniform and like the same size or anything or shape. But I do want them like random. Because obviously on a cheetah they're not all the same size and shape and all perfectly uniform, because that would be weird. So just go around adding dots in all of your mustard section and then pop it into cure for 60 seconds. And now that's cured, I just want to put something around the edge of my mustard bit. So I'm going to use Golden Girl gel paint, which is one of my faves. I use this one a lot. It's great. So I'm going to use my artist brush, and I just want to just sort of edge these splodges. just using my artiste brush, picking little bits up off the palette. You don't need a lot. And just really lightly edge it, because we don't want it really massively thick. Ooh, I like it. Coming along nicely. Nearly done, and then we'll do our last one. And I think this would look really cool, just as like a couple of accent nails here and there. Amongst, I'd probably use either, you could use either the purple or the mustard as like your dominant colour for the rest of the nails. And then a couple of accent nails like this would be really funky. Just something different, isn't it? Lightly going over. When you use this gel paint, you have got to be really light. If you've got a lot of pressure on your brush, because it's metallic, it's not glitter, but it kind of is. It's really fine like gold particles, but basically if you're too heavy with your brush, you drag all those particles away and it just basically looks clear. And obviously you want it to look gold, so you're kind of more like laying it on really lightly. So now that's come out of the lamp, I'm going to top coat it with some Rock Plus. Ooh, I love it. So I'm going to put that into cure for 60 seconds. So that is it, done, and I love it. It is a little bit crazy, a little bit fun. But like I said, it would be great as a couple of accent nails in amongst a purple or a mustard set. And I just love how you can get inspiration from something like that I showed you, like an interior, and then see what it turns into. Because it's nothing obviously like the inspiration picture, but that's fine. It's just a unique design. And if anything, you use it for the colours or just for the pattern, and it takes you in a totally different direction. Obviously it's not a chest of drawers, because that would be really mental, and it's not a cheater either, but it's just picking out some elements and then just seeing where it takes you, and that's why nail art is a wonderful thing. So that is it. Hope you have enjoyed it. Everything that I've used in the video will be linked down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!